right, so here we are. This is our live trade. Let's talk about the trade. So what happened here, we were talking about this, and we were in a trading range. And then once I started seeing, I saw 3 bear bars. And once I saw this bear bar close, okay, so this bear bar close, that's 4 bear bars. We're coming in pretty strongly into support, and I shorted right here. So we got short here. Our stop's up here. So now we're going to start measuring this. Now we're going to look at, again, we don't cover just because we're making money. This could turn into another big bear trend day. I don't know. But what I am going to do is I'm going to look to see when buyers, so this is, we at this point stopped at the low of the overnight session. That's where we found support so far. But I'm going to be reading price action, and what's going to get me out of my trade to cover is going to be evidence of buyers. So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars, no evidence of buyers. I am not thinking of covering, but that could change very quickly, especially when it comes to shorts. Okay, once we run out of sellers and it's what we call a sell climax, it can reverse up pretty quickly. So right now, I just want to measure out what is my initial risk is this. Okay, so this is my initial risk, which is this red box here. So far, my maximum favorable excursion, in other words, if I got out at the exact bottom tick, that's how much we had in available profits. But we're going to see what happens if I start, what will get me. So now I got to start thinking about what will get me out. The first thing that I would need to see, I have my catastrophe stop up here. I have no intention of getting it up there, but who knows if it's there? Who knows? Things happen in the market, and then that's why it's there. But in the meantime, we're going to manage what we're looking at right in front of us. And so far, we're seeing continued selling. Okay, we're seeing continued selling. And this is a really tight move. And it's so one of the things I like to measure is how big is this move in magnitude of other moves. So if we look at this move so far, because this move doesn't go on forever. So far, this move, let's just call it that it started here, 40.17 roughly. We're down to 39.92. So that's what? About 20 points? It's about 20 points. So if we look back like yesterday, for example, the move is down. This was of much larger magnitude. But if you see when the market moved down, I just like to get some sort of idea of how big of a move is this. Just let's look at yesterday, right? So this went down 20, about the same. And then we found some buyers, and then so this could be an area where buyers would step in just because it stretched so far so fast. But that doesn't mean I'm going to cover it. I'm just trying to just get a sense of what type of move this is. I don't know if we compare it to other moves. But what we're going to do is there's only one thing that's going to get me out, and that's buyers and the reaction to those buyers. So now you say, Joe, wait a minute, you have a winning trade on your hand and you might lose money. And again, that's not how I personally manage my trades. And that's how I'm able to stay into trades for the entire move, is because I don't worry about my entry. That's just where I happen to get in. What if I got in higher? That to me, it doesn't really mean anything. And I know a lot of people manage their trades based on their profit in the trade. But for me personally, I'm going to manage it based on price action. So we have this really tight bear channel right now. Okay, very tight, very tight. So I'm in a position where there are a lot of sellers, but that could change. Is this going to be the spot where the buyers step in? Okay, we'll see. So far, first thing that I need to see, okay, so there's my risk so far. My maximum favorable excursion, it came all the way down to here. And again, you're never going to cover the bottom tick. But now we're seeing some evidence of buyers, because it came down here, went past the overnight low, and now buyers are stepping in. But now let's see the reaction to the buyers. Do sellers step back in and sell it, or do we have continued buyers? So this is, I'm going to look at this. I'll be quick to cover, right? I'll be quick to cover, and we're going to take a look, but I need to see at least one green candle, and I'm not going to just pull the trigger because I say a green candle. I'm going to watch price action and see what happens. Let's see how this candle closes. Again, are we at the risk of an exhaustion? Sure. We moved from here to here. Could this be where the market finds buyers? Sure. Am I going to predict that? No. How will I know that? I'll see green bars. So right now, I haven't even seen a green bar. I'm not going to get out. I'm not going to let me wanting to preserve profits. What happens if it goes all the way back up? Okay. Hopefully, we have an opportunity somewhere between now and our stop to get out. And if not, that's okay too. But right now, so this could have been an exhaustion bar. Here's a smaller, looks like it's going to be closed as a bear bar, but smaller. Okay. I just decided to cover right there. So I got out. That was my trade. So why did I get out? Let's review the trade. Okay, let's review the trade. So I saw a lot of selling. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm not willing to get short again, but for that particular trade, I saw a lot of selling. And then I saw this, and this was a smaller bear bar, okay, with the wick underneath it. And as soon as this bar closed, I saw buyers, so I just closed. So I got out here. So my risk was, that was the maximum favorable excursion, and my actual profit, so I got in there, my actual profit was something like that. So half an R win, and that was the maximum favorable excursion. So I captured this much out of this much that was available. Let's make that yellow. Now, that being said, doesn't mean that I'm not looking to get short again, but I'm not willing for it to come all the way back up. And now let's see what the pullback looks like. So that was the trade.